Hey Libra, this is your oracle reading for November 2021. Libra, November of 2021. Mummy, change. Divination of the Ancients message for Libra, November of 2021. Ornithomancy, omen. Divine Circus message for Libra, November of 2021. Secret of Shinobi. Sacred Rebels message for Libra, November of 2021. Heaven Sent. Shamanic Medicine message for Libra, November of 2021. Flute Expression. Mystical Shaman message for Libra, November of 2021. Soul Retrieval. Mummy, change, the sand in his mouth, the bandages wound, jealous of the living, eternal life found. The ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. Death was not seen as many of us see it, a finality to be dreaded, but as just the beginning of a new life and often an eternal life in a better place, the afterlife. The practice of honoring and preserving the body through a complex process of mummification was central to ancient Egyptian culture. This was not just a physical embalming process, but a carefully enacted ritual process that ensured preservation in the next world. Many other cultures also mummified their dead, including the Incas, the Argentinians, the Maori, and many other cultures of the Torres Strait Islands. In our modern horror genre, the mummy has become an icon. From early horror writing at the turn of the century to the very popular films The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, the plot normally revolves around the mummy returning to life and cursing and hunting down the living. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb and other long-hidden Egyptian treasures in the 1920s in particular sparked an explosion in mummy-related films and literature. Should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers. This is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed. You have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. Ornithomancy. Be alert, for the signs are all around you. You have not heeded for eternal alarm. You have not heeded your eternal alarm. So this flight of birds comes to warn you that you are in the process of making a huge mistake. You may You may be flying high at the moment, but could fall quickly and suffer a very nasty bump as you land. Already you have been swept away, but never fear. It's not too late to get back on track. Ask yourself what resonates with your truth and integrity. Take action accordingly. Soar freely above the commitments you have made. Liberate your mind and heart to allow your soul to take off. All that glitters is not gold, but I believe what I've been told. This omen bids me to retreat as protection, not defeat. Do not ignore your intuition, messages, or signs. Think before doing anything that will take you from your true path. Someone is not being honest. This is not a time for new adventures. Do not move forward at this time. Ancient Romans released doves and pigeons, then inferred omens and signs from their patterns of flight. Taking the auspicious in this way, the augur interpreted the messages from the gods, learning whether or not they cast their favor. Augury was first practiced by the Etruscans. Divination from the flight, cries, colors, behaviors, and types of birds is a practice that dates back to ancient Greece. Although other tribal cultures practice this art too. For example, the many tribes of the Americas, Australian Aboriginals, and Polynesians place much emphasis on the actions of the great seabirds and birds of prey as key indicators of the state of the natural world around them, as well as the spiritual realm of the ancestors. Secret of Shinobi. Shh. Can you keep a secret? It's time to play your cards close to your chest. Soon enough, you'll be ready to stand up the mountaintop for all to see and hear. For now, let things unfold in the guarded privacy of your inner world. When the time is right to be seen in the light, you'll know what is true and what to do. Until then, be patient, be private, be committed, and wait for the right time to shine. This ninja goddess brings you a message. Sometimes being less visible, less transparent, less seen for a time is helpful. It doesn't mean being dishonest or deceptive, but it does mean keeping your intentions and your truths to yourself until you see the best way to attain your goals. In fact, the best way to attain your goals might be more of the iron fist in velvet glove approach. You might find that gentle persuasion works far better than direct confrontation, which can unintentionally inflame the situation and trigger defensive reactions in others instead of finding a way to bring resolution. If you have been frustrated that you are not breaking through into a more prominent position or not being seen as clearly as you would like, don't worry, that will pass and you will be given your time to stand up and be seen at the right time. For now, at least, you can move forward freely without obstruction, jealousy, competition, or sabotage if you keep your private affairs very private indeed. When it is time to show your hand, to reveal your intentions, and speak more openly and publicly about what you have been gesturing, you'll know it. But for now, let things come together away from prying eyes. Just for now, it's time to keep a secret. Alright, that was the first part of the reading. We have money change, so things are not going according to plan or the patterns you have, or gonna come to an abrupt end, whether you like it or not, from ornithamency woman. But if you potentially don't act out, keep things close to your chest till later, it'll not be as bad as it could be. Heaven sent. Just as we receive gifts in the physical world through the thoughtfulness of others to acknowledge how much we mean to them, so too we receive gifts on the other levels, including the spiritual level. The spiritual gift is something that happens through grace. We can ask for help and it may be given in response to that request. All requests for help are answered. A spiritual gift can also be given without us asking for anything at all, at least not consciously. Sometimes it is our hearts that cry out for help. While we are busy getting on with our to-do list, we don't often stop to think about what our heart might need. If we do, and an immediate solution is not obvious, we just get on with our life, either letting the issue be it or taking the more painful option of dwelling on it without seeing how it might be resolved. However, there is a loving benevolence in life that knows exactly what we need and how it can best come to us, even when we are not quite so clear. This force actively seeks to assist us in walking our life path. That loving sweetness is being offered to you now. or soon will be, in the form of a spiritual gift. Your spiritual gift may be symbolic. It may be something that seems ordinary but holds a lot of meaning to you. It might be an object that catches your eye and mesmerizes you. You might think you are appreciating how lovely it looks, but it is the underlying energy that captures you. Something in the appearance, color, or shape speaks to you and is perhaps answering an unspoken prayer. It's not the object that is the gift. That is just the wrapping. The actual gift is subtle, yet effective empowerment. It's like a spiritual booster shot that helps you move forward in life with additional zing, extra strength, and greater peace. You will be empowered to accomplish tasks that you may have nearly but not quite been able to manage on your own through the bestowal of a spiritual gift. The spiritual gift may or may not be recognizable to you. It may be very obvious: an offer, a windfall, a trip, a friendship, a new lover, or a remarkable healing in a current relationship. It might be far more subtle and even more powerful, such as a jolt of energy that allows you to perceive things differently all of a sudden, and perhaps solve a problem that has been plaguing you. It will be bestowed as and when it is needed, in the form that will best serve the love in you. This oracle also brings you the message: let yourself be helped. Assistance is coming your way, so act on it and say yes. If you have also drawn it is very significant, as the assistance is coming from the hand of life itself. Trust it. This oracle also comes with the message that you are to trust in the things that you feel and say to others without knowing why. It moves them. You might not understand, but through trust you are allowing yourself not to overthink and censor yourself. As such, you are able to become a vessel through which the spiritual gift can be passed on to others. Don't block yourself. Let life happen through you. Only benefit can come from this. If you have whenever you draw the oracle's heaven sent in addition, it's saying, look, love is speaking to you directly here, so pay attention and really feel the truth of what is being said and trust it. You're being helped. It is simple to receive the gift that is headed your way. The healing process below will activate. Flute, expression. The shamanic flute is played with freedom. There is no rules or music scores to follow. It is played as an expression of one's soul, as a direct connection with spirit. The free flow of communication has been missing from your life recently. You have found it hard to express yourself. Sitting out in nature with a shamanic flute will help you get things off your chest. As you play, allow the sounds to meander from your soul, and the music will speak to you in ways you have never felt or heard of before. Switch off from your mind and allow yourself to follow the sounds as they emerge through carved wood and creative element of air. Flute urges you to fully express yourself, as this will shift your consciousness. Instead of being stifled and trapped, your true essence will soon spring to life. As the freedom returns to your creative flow, a lively new enthusiasm for your passions will follow. Inspired action invokes your spiritual path. Now is not the time to hold back. Flute gives you express permission to speak your truth and to sway to your new tune. Rejoice to the song of life. One of the oldest musical instruments in the world, the flute was played by Egyptians, Sumerians, and the ancient Greeks, who all fashioned their instruments with six-finger holes. Some of the oldest flutes made of bone were used in rituals for hunting and to call upon the deities. Today, the haunting melodies of the Native American and the Mesoamerican flute call to us, reminding us of our home within our heart. Express yourself. Give yourself permission to be you. Don't let others change you. Be proud of who you are and what you stand for. Practice speaking your truth, lovingly in all situations. Get to know yourself as you take steps to rediscover who you truly are. I offer healing through my sound. We work well together too, I have found. Play with me amongst the trees, soulful tunes upon the breeze. Alright, so the second part, the first part was supportive energies, the foundation of the reading for November, and this is what you can do, work on the second part. Change your perceptions to align with, put your energy into pretty much what you can do, right? So first let's start with the heaven sent. So change, ornithopy, you can potentially avoid whatever it is coming with being appreciative, have gratitude. from whatever this. See the blessing in disguise, I guess, is what it is. Because this change is inevitable, right? Well, and then the flute kind of told you to speak out, but then you have the secret of Shinobi telling you no, keep it close, right? Well, it also mentioned going to nature and singing the flute to keep it close to yourself and let whatever comes. And then Shinobi said, a time will come when you can speak out. So it's kind of like gathering your thoughts and then waiting for the right time to say it. So because of the ornithomancy omen here, you know, don't let it burst your bubble. Soul retrieval is a practice that helps you discover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recovery from our hurts, and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we learn to journey to recover our original nature, that self that never left the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. When we return to Eden, we are whole again. You are no longer fragmented. You are one with creation. You have healed the cause of the pain you feel, so you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Really, it's true. If you are still hovering over an old wound, find a new path. Don't be distracted with the little stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big one, the journey back to Eden. When did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by someone? Think back over your life, and find the time or times when this happened. Vow never to compromise your integrity again. What have you agreed to in the name of love that you know is deeply wrong? Make it right this instant. All right, last part of the reading is the message from God, heaven, as above, big picture. And it correlates down here with the orthomancy. Okay, so whatever happened from or connected to something that is a pattern that happens in life, for your life, but you're heaven sent. You have the heaven sent message, so it's a blessing in disguise because of change. No, mummy, change. And then the flute expressions, but keep it close to your heart and wait for the right time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next month.